Hey everyone, I'm John Ennis.
And I'm Ruth Brown.
Now we're going to do the week 1 recap from the transitions class, November 2014. This is the core Lindy class. Okay, so you want to talk quickly about the two types of bounce?
Yeah, so we talked about the two different bounces, and so we got this from Dax and Sarah's awesome online instruction.
We highly recommend Rhythm Juice. RhythmJuice.com, great online instruction. Highly recommend it. This is a concept that we got from Dax and Sarah's swinging body movement course, which I think everyone should do. So go do swinging body movement.
So this week we talked about these different groups as a way of distinguishing between Charleston and triple step basics mostly. So the first one was the groove 2, which is where we our heels touch only every other beat. And so John will show from the back.
Yeah. So we're starting to swing back on one.
Yep. So we're gonna 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it has this mark up, feeling up, 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 and that's differentiated from the groove 1, which is more like a triple step. So the groove 2 is more like a Charleston, where it has a kind of a more up feeling to it. And then the groove 2 we did, or groove 1, I'm sorry, groove 1 is more like a triple step basic, where we have our heels hitting on every beat. And so that looks like this. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So in a triple step count, like 7 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And we talked about the importance when we're triple stepping of really sinking down into the ground and not being up here, because we don't want that groove 2 feeling in our triple steps. We want it to be nice and low. Triple step.
Excellent.
So, and then that helps us then when we're partnered to be able to feel the difference between those two.
Great. So then we did some transitions from a 30s Charleston, side by side, to a chase. So we'll just turn sideways so you can see this. So a chase pattern might go back, back, triple forward, triple back. So we have back. Once we establish the triple step with the back, back, we don't need to go back, back every time, but it can still be helpful. So we have back, back. Now we can rock step a little bit on the second one, because we're into this triple step balance.
And we're keeping our weight forward as we're doing this.
But you can see there is much more of a back-back feeling to the rock step. By back-back, we mean both feet going back to set up this triple step, versus a 30s Charleston, which will be with the other view on this side. Now we're going to just take a pure rock step, because we don't need to, when we have this pure rock step, we don't necessarily need to be driving the triple step down. The rock step can set up a kick more easily, whereas the back-back is going to set up falling onto our foot for a triple step. Okay, so we're going to take this rock step from Charleston, rock step, and now we make the groove 2 very clear. So this is a bit of an exaggeration, but definitely an option for Charleston. Charleston will have tend to have more of a groove 2 feeling, whereas the triple steps will have more of a groove 1 feeling. Okay, then we alternated, so we went back and forth to go into Charleston, which have this rock step, and we won't be hitting the 1, 3, 5, 7 as hard down. Then when we're ready to change, we do the back, back, and we have back, back, triple, forward, triple. And what Ruth is doing, she's filling out. When I lead the back, back, she's going back until I stop her.
Yeah, so we talked about an important skill for follows, is to try to continue in the direction that the leader has initiated. And that's what helps us to distinguish, like when the leader is doing a back, back, because as he starts our momentum backwards, we're assuming that we're going to continue going backwards until he stops us. And so depending on when the leader stops our momentum, then that's going to determine whether we're going to take a back, back versus just a rock step, because he'll stop our momentum sooner.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, and also there's a bit of a posture issue. That for rock step, I'm going to keep Ruth pitched forward. For the back, back, and encourage you to keep going back. Okay, the next thing we did, also to get from the triple step back to Charleston, if we're going back, back, triple, rock, right here, I'm going to change my bounce and do a kick step on 7, 8, going backwards, kick step to set up the Charleston. So these transitions would look like this. That's it. All right, let me leave it better. Okay, so we have Charleston. Now if I want to make a transition, there we go, a little more patience will help. Good. And now when I want to go back to Charleston, what we're going to have, rock, and then Ruth not guessing will also help. So, rock, trip will have this rock, and then what you'll see is I'm going to change my bounce, kick, step, so it's speed, triple, rock, kick, step, there we go. When we actually lead and follow, it works. Good, so that's what it takes. All right, so kicking on 7 and 8 and changing the pulse is a good way to go back to 30s Charleston. Then we took those concepts and took them into transitions from 30s Charleston to swing out to back to 30s Charleston. And so what we had is from Charleston, 30s Charleston, I'm going to take the back, get in front, now we're swinging out. And then this concept here, from the swing out, we're going to kick on 7, 8, and we're going to take a quarter turn out. So instead of a swing out going, instead of a circle, which goes all the way back around, back where I started here, instead we're going to end up facing the camera. So it'll be like this, rock, triple, step, step, kick, step, rock. And you can see there was a little kick forward that set up this transition into 30s.
And so for follows, what I feel, instead of like worrying about trying to make sure that I'm getting a kick on 7, and so instead of worrying about what my feet are doing as much, I'm paying attention to my connection with my leader here, and I'm feeling that momentum, that moment when he does a kick step, and his groove changes from the groove 1 to the groove 2, where it has an up feeling, then I'm kind of carrying that, and that will carry me into my rock step, and then into the transition into the 30s Charleston. So I encourage the fellows not to try to think too much about what their feet are doing, but instead pay attention to that connection to make that transition.
Into the balance. Okay, so let's show that whole sequence what we've done. Rock, kick. Now you're going to see the back, load the gun, swing out, triple, we have some swing outs. And then we're ready. Rock, triple, step, step. I went too far, but that's okay. We still ended up with our transition. So, one more time, the last transition should look like this. Rock, triple, step, step, kick, step, rock. Small point, as I let go of Ruth's hand, I send it to the middle, so that when she rock steps, her hand is not swinging open, which will tend to turn her. So, that's it. Anything else?
That's it.
Good, thanks.
See you next week.